Welcome back to our channel, and thank you for tuning in and thank you for supporting us. But if you're new to this channel and you haven't subscribed yet, please encourage us by doing so that we can bring you the latest news as they come up. And together, we shall support our great leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, IPOB, and Eastern Security Network to make our Biafran dream a reality. IhyÄİSA. Aisha Buhari begs Nigerians for forgiveness. She said that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has always been right, that the impostor in Aso Rock is not Buhari, and that is the reason why Nigeria has become a failed country. According to reports, the Nigerian First Lady, Aisha Buhari, apologizes to Nigerians over Buhari's performance in office. Aisha begged because the Buhari in Aso Rock is the fake one. It's not the real Buhari. Is an impostor that was recruited to act as Buhari by Abubakar Malami, the Fulani Minister of Injustice. Aisha made the apology during an exclusive interview on BBC Pidgin, saying that her reason for the apology to Nigeria is based on the fact that Buhari impostors administration have not performed to the full satisfaction and expectations of Nigeria. After they deceived Nigerians with all their promises, claiming that they would turn $1 to $1, employ 3 million Nigerians annually, that they are going to fight corruption, and at the same time, they will ensure that Nigerians are secured and the economy very solid. But the robust economy handed over to them by the former president, Goodluck Jonathan, they sheltered it, they destroyed the economy through their cluelessness, incompetence, and nepotic appointments, putting square plugs in round holes. My brothers and my sisters, you can see that the Fulani First Lady is begging. But begging cannot solve the problem, because she is also part of the people that allowed the impostor to rule Nigeria. And through the impostor, they have been killing Biafrans, innocent Biafrans, trying to stop Biafra restoration for freedom. But they have failed, because all their plans will amount to nothing. They have been killing Biafrans since the impostor took over office, thinking that killing Biafrans will help the Fulani Janjaweed overrun Biafra land for their foreign Fulani terrorists. But they have failed. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have always told Nigerians, especially the gullible Nigerians, through Radio Biafra, that the Buhari they are saying is an impostor. The real Buhari passed away in 2017 in London and was taken to Saudi Arabia, where he was buried. They hired the first Buhari from Sudan, During the height of COVID, the Buhari impostor from Sudan ran away. Then they went and hired another Buhari impostor from Niger Republic, who is the current president of Nigeria. And that is why they ran the economy aground. Because they are not interested in the progress of Nigeria. When you say the Fulani Janjaweed fighting for one Nigeria, they are only being deceptive. They are actually fighting for the Fulanization of Nigeria. And they don't like Biafrans because Biafrans have refused to embrace Islam and support the Fulani Janjaweed and become their slaves and allow the Fulani to oppress them. They refused. And that's the reason for the hatred. And the only person that have been standing in support of Biafra freedom is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And that is why the Fulani Janjaweed are doing everything within their powers to break him down. But they can't, because ฐ์ޮန့Kန့ is the one supporting and helping our great leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You know, just as ฐ์ޮန့Ｋန့ supported and helped Joshua, supported and helped David in the Bible, he's doing the same to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. In fact, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the Moses of our time. The Fulani Nigerian government cries out that Nigeria has lost its most valued crude oil customer as a result of United Nations actions against the Nigerian government after the terrorist minister of injustice, Abubakar Malami, disobeyed the United Nations and the Court of Appeal judgment on Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's unconditional release. But the Fulani Nigerian terrorist government, whose foundation is built on lies, deception, and propaganda, claimed that the international oil companies are massively shifting focus to alternative fuels, just as they lied to the National Assembly that the Nigerian electricity national grid has not collapsed this year, 2022, after Nigerians have witnessed more than 4 collapses in 2022 only. The truth is that other oil-producing exporting countries, OPEC member countries, are not complaining because they have sold more oil, more crude oil, and they have made more money than they have made in the last 23 years. And they have been asked by the OPEC to cut down on production quota to keep crude oil price up and stable. None of the OPEC member countries lost their valued customers except the zoo called Nigeria because of Malami's reckless disobedience to the rule of law, especially on Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's matter. No reasonable, no sensible oil investor would do any business with a zoo called Nigeria because they know that they don't obey the rule of law. That is why they lost their most valuable customer. My brothers and my sisters, you can imagine it. You are investing in a zoo called Nigeria, and they are owing you, and you go to a Nigerian court, and the court grants your request. The Fulani Nigerian government will disobey that judgment. They will disobey it, and your money will get stuck. So no reasonable or sensible investor, foreign investor, would invest in the zoo called Nigeria, because they are known to be defaulters. They don't obey court judgments, court orders. They don't obey it. Until they redeem themselves by releasing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu unconditionally and announce a date for Biafran referendum supervised by the United Nations before international investors and other nations will start taking Nigeria serious. Thank you, my brothers and my sisters, for watching this video. And bye-bye for now.